Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we will solve last 11 problems of theory of equations and polynomials. So get ready with pen and paper and pause the video when I'm stating the problem. Try to solve the problem. If you cannot solve the problem within 15 minutes, you should look at the solution. Or you can skip and try later. So let's get started without further ado. Question 544 says that find the limits between which a must lie in order that x squared minus 7x plus 5 by 5x squared minus 7x plus a is capable of assuming all real values, x being a real number. So we let the given fraction as y and we bring everything to one side and write the quadratic equation in terms of x. So we get 5y minus a x squared minus 7 into y minus 1 into x plus ay minus 5 is equal to 0. Now x is real. So x is real means discriminant would be greater than 0. So we compute the determinant, we get 49y minus 1 whole square minus 4 into 5y minus a into ay minus 5 greater than 0, greater than equal to 0. So we write this as another quadratic equation in terms of y. So we get 49 minus 20y square plus 2 into 2a square plus 1 into y plus 49 minus 28 greater than equal to 0. Now this is the quadratic equation in y. So for it to be greater than equal to 0, the coefficient of y square should be positive and the discriminant should be negative or less than equal to 0. So we compute the determinant again, we arrive at the equation a minus 5 whole square, a plus 12, a minus 2 less than equal to 0. Now this would be always positive. So minus 12 less than equal to a less than equal to 2. That is the range we obtain for a. Question 545 says that if x is real and x squared plus 2x plus c by x squared plus 4x plus 3c can take all real values so that 0 is less than equal to c less than equal to 1. So again we let the expression given fraction as y and we write the corresponding quadratic equation in x. Now since x is real, we repeat the process of the previous question. The discriminant must be greater than or equal to 0. So we get this as discriminant, which we write as a quadratic equation in y, and again the quotient of y squared should be 0 and discriminant should be less than equal to 0. This should be less than equal to, and then we write this, we get this equation after simplification, minus c into 1 minus c less than equal to 0. So 0 is less than equal to c less than equal to 1. Question 546 says that find the set of all values of y for which mod of y minus 3 over y plus 1 less than 2. So we remove the mod sign, we get minus 2 less than y minus 3 over y plus 1 less than 2. So first we consider y minus 3 by y plus 1 less than 2. So we get y plus 5 by y plus 5 over y plus n, y plus 1 greater than 0. So y is less than minus 5 or y is greater than minus 1. Next we consider minus 2 less than y minus 3 by y plus 1. So similarly we get y less than minus 1 or y greater than minus 1 by 3. So we combine both the conditions and we get minus infinity minus 5 union 1 by 3 infinity as the solution set. Question 547 says that if a, b, c are three distinct real numbers and they are in GP, if a plus b plus c is equal to xb, then prove that x less than minus 1 or x greater than 3. So since we let r to be the common ratio of the GP, then the given equation becomes, that is, this equation a plus b plus c, b by r plus b plus br, because a will be b by r in the GP and c will be br is equal to xp. So the equation which we have is r square plus 1 minus x into r plus 1 is equal to 0. Now R is real and A, B, C are distinct. Therefore, the discriminant must be greater than 0. So 1 minus x whole square minus 4 greater than 0. So x square minus 2x minus 3 greater than 0. Therefore, the x is less than minus 1 or greater than 3. Question 548 says that we have to find the set of real values of x for which log of 4x with base 2 into 2 and log of that with base 2 into 2 of that into log of x greater than 1. So we change the logs into fractional form. We arrive at log 2 by log x into log 2 by log 2x into log 4x by log 2 greater than 0. So that means log 2 into log 4x by log x into log 2x greater than 1, which implies that it goes to the right hand side and then we bring it to the left hand side. As subtraction, we get log of 2 into log 4 plus x minus log x into log 2 plus log x greater than 0, which translates to minus log x whole square minus log 2 log 4 greater than 0. There is something here, this gap indicates something, okay? I may have missed something. Let's find that out. What is missing here? So this log x2 and log x will get cancelled. Log 2 into log 4. Okay? And log x square. So log 2 log x. Log 2 log x gets cancelled. And then we have two terms. No, this is fine. This is fine. There might be space just for that, which is greater than 0. Which implies that now if you take this, then x should be greater than 2 to the power minus square root of 2, or x should be less than 2 to the power square root of 2. But x cannot be equal to 1 and x is not equal to 2 for the logarithms to be defined. So the given inequality is satisfied for half less than x less than 1. So combining this, we find the final set of equation. There is a missing parenthesis here. Question 549 says that find the set of real values of x for which x to the power log x with base 10 whole square minus 3 of log x with base 10 plus 1 greater than 1000. So we take the log of both sides with base 10. We get this power will come outside and become a constant. We will get log 10 into x, log of x with base 10 into log x with base 10 squared minus 3 log x base 10 plus 1 greater than 3. We put log x10 is equal to y, which transforms the equation to y cubed minus 3y squared plus y minus 3 greater than 0. So we factorize this, we arrive at y squared plus 1 into y minus 3 greater than 0. So for real y squared plus 1 would be greater than or equal to 0, therefore y greater than 3. So which implies that x is greater than 1000. Question 550 says that let a, b, c be real if a square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 has two real roots alpha and beta, where alpha less than minus 1 and beta greater than 1, then show that 1 plus c by a plus mod of b by a less than 0. So we can write the given equation as x square plus b by x plus c by a is equal to 0. Now its discriminant would be greater than 0 because roots are real and coefficient of xy is positive. So the entire expression will be negative. Since the entire expression is negative, we can write that f of alpha plus f of beta less than 0. So f of minus 1 is 1 minus b by a plus c by a less than 0. And f of 1 is 1 plus b by a plus c by a less than 0. So this you make mod x, okay? Sorry, mod b by a, you then write this as mod b by a and you add them, you get the desired inequality. Question 551 says that find the values of a for which at least one root of the equation a plus 4 into x square plus a plus c into x minus 1 is equal to 0 is positive. So we have to find one root should be positive. Okay. So we write the discriminant as a plus 3 whole square plus 4a plus 16, which is a plus 5 whole square greater than or equal to 0. So roots are 2 by a plus 4 and minus 4. So 2 by a plus 4 must be positive. Okay. How did we arrive at this? Okay. Okay, so discriminant and you put that. All right. So 2 by a plus 4 must be positive, and this is possible for all the values of a lying between -4 and infinity. Question 552 says that if m is positive but not greater than 3, show that the roots of the equation m minus 2 into x square minus 8 minus 2mx minus 8 minus 3m is equal to 0 are real. Find the range of values of m for which one root is positive and another is negative. So we find the discriminant. The discriminant turns out to be 8m into m minus 3, which is positive in the range of 0 to 3. For this range, roots will be real. And if one root is positive, another is negative, the product of roots will be negative. That means 3m minus 8 by m minus 2 less than 0. So first we consider that numerator is positive and denominator is negative. So we get m greater than 8 by 3 and m less than 2. But both cannot be satisfied at the same time. Now we consider numerator negative and denominator positive. We get m less than 8 by 3 and m greater than 2. Combining, we have the range of m as 2 less than m less than 8 by 3. Question 553 says, find the values of m for which both roots of the equation x square minus 2mx plus 8m minus 15 is equal to 0 are positive. So since both roots are positive, the product should be greater than 0. So 8m minus 15 is equal to 0, or rather greater than 0. So m greater than 15 by 8. Now the discriminant also should be greater than or equal to 0. Find discriminant for m square minus 32m plus 16, which is m minus 5 into m minus 3. That is m less than or equal to 3 and m greater than or equal to 5. So we combine both the ranges, we get 15 by 8 less than m less than or equal to 3, or m lies between 5 and infinity. Question 554 says that find the values of a for which the equation x square plus x plus 2 to the power 2 minus a minus a into x square plus x plus 2 into x square plus x plus 1 plus a minus 4 x square plus x plus 1 whole square is equal to 0. So we let y is equal to x square plus x plus 2 by x square plus x plus 1. So the equation will become y square minus a minus 3 y plus a minus 4 is equal to 0. Now since y is real, therefore discriminant should be greater than or equal to 0. That is why now we have y minus 1 x square plus y minus 1 into x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. So we compute the discriminant now. Okay. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we wrote this from this. Okay. So, all right. Okay. I was just checking something. So now we compute the discriminant. We get y minus 1 whole square minus 4 into y minus 1 into y minus 2. Gets equal to 0. So this gives us y between 1 and 7 by 3. Now we compute the discriminant of this equation. Okay. We have to find the value of a. All right. So we now compute the discriminant of this equation. Y square minus a minus 3 into y plus a minus 4 is equal to 0. So discriminant is a minus 5 whole square, which is always positive. So now we compute the roots. We get a minus 4 and 1, which implies that 1 less than a minus 4 less than or equal to 7 by 3, which implies that 5 less than a less than or equal to 19 by 3. And with this, we end the polynomials and theory of equations, and the next chapter is going to be combinatorics. So we will go through the book mostly. For the theory part, it will take a bit of time to go through the theory. Let me see. Oh my goodness, there are 20 pages we have to go through. Okay, it will take probably 2-3 videos, more than 2-3-4 videos it will take to go through this. So I hope that you'll stick with me. So I hope that you're enjoying this playlist and you're finding it useful for your studies and exam. So I thank you for watching the video, and stay tuned for more videos. And thanks a lot for watching again. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep practicing. Enjoy.